Guys, man, Someone Del Piso is back. And I need some more water, man. I need to get hydrated. Dead serious. I'll be back. Give me 1 second. We're back. Of course, guys, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. President's Day stream. We gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta do what we gotta do. Came from the gym earlier, obviously. Found this day as a perfect opportunity to go to the gym. Otherwise, I would have had to wait until Wednesday or Thursday. That just can't. That can't be it. What's going on, Supreme Being, man? Welcome, welcome. He said, I'm training now. Nice. What are we doing? What kind of training is that? Does that involve? Whew. What kind of training does that involve? I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to get on my Maki Zeni. You know what I mean? Like that. What you do? Dancing too. Good, good. Any type of action, any type of motion helps. Keep going. You don't have no idea where it's going to lead you, but you have to have faith in it, in the activity. So keep going. I don't know, man. I just been going forward. It's just been very quiet in the crib, but I really don't care. I feel like he said I have invisible weights. Don't we all, man? Excuse me. An invisible treadmill. Nice. You got to keep going. Exercise will hold you down. Exercise will always hold you down. I don't know, man. I've been, I don't know. It's just been very quiet in the crib, man. It's just been quiet in general. I've been outside living life a little bit. Not really, but, you know, I just been doing things. So, yeah, man, I've been doing well. I've been doing well. Thanks. Thanks for asking. I've been doing well. I don't know. I feel good. You know, I feel like there's a big encumbrance, but I feel good though. You know what I mean? Like we're healthy. We got stuff going on. The semen retention journey is kind of deep. It's been getting a little deep. People have been switching up on me, which is actually kind of weird. I'm gonna tell you of some interesting circumstance that happened yesterday. So I'm taking out the garbage, and it's so funny because I'm just so used to all of these effects from semen retention. This is why I don't even talk about it anymore because it just happens. Like this is just natural, right? You go into a crowd, people stop talking, they just stare at you, and you're not even wearing anything special. I've been wearing the shearling coat. But it's just interesting what's been going on. And so I'm leaving the apartment yesterday. I'm taking out the garbage. And then there's this guy. It's so funny because the guy this is a strange homeless guy. He's just antagonizing people that walk by. He didn't antagonize me because he was doing it to someone else. And so he's bothering someone. And it's this couple with a dog. And he's bothering the couple, right? And then the woman, I guess, is trying to ignore him, and she's pulling the dog. Why is it that the dog just looked at me and just stared me down and started going into a prowling stance? I'm backing up. I never seen a dog like that. It was like the size of a German Shepherd, pointed ears. It was all gray. I'm like, yeah. I just backed up because I'm like, I don't know if this dog is gonna just dart at me because it was looking at me directly and it was like growling. I'm like, it's so funny. The threat is over there. That guy is bothering you. The threat is right there. Why is the dog honed in on me? I just backed up. I'm like, hey, I'm not playing, man. I need all my limbs for what's to come this year. I'm not even kidding. Sandra, what's going on? Sandra. I'm not even kidding, like Supreme Being. I'm like, yeah, I need all my limbs. I don't want to get bitten because this dog just started moving slowly. The threat is right there, right next to the couple. Why is it? It was like honed in. It was like, yeah, there it is. So that guy, we got to get him. I was just like, and then she's like, oh, don't worry. He's just startled by the guy. I'm like, but I didn't say anything. I just moved away. I just went around the whole way. So then I went by the couple. Then the dog is like moving toward me. I'm like, yeah, we're not playing this game. And then I guess the husband or whatever, he knew who I was. He was like, oh, how are you? I'm like, I don't even know you. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm like, that's so weird. I'm telling you, it was like a big dude, Supreme Being, antagonizing them both, like, oh, F you, get out of here, da-da-da, throwing stuff. And then the dog was honed in on me. I didn't do one thing. I was like, okay. What's good, brother? Everything is going pretty okay. I'm getting back on the semen retention wagon. Getting back on it? What the hell? What happened? Cascadian. He likes to take long to respond too, so we're gonna wait. Layla Zamora, thank you for the 1 jewel. Thank you very much. Then Supreme Being, a lot of things just happen. It's just I just don't talk about it because it's just normal at this point. Then at work, we had the bartender switching up on me for whatever reason. For no reason. It's like when there's a lot of this is semen retention. I think if you have a lot of energy, it's dangerous stuff. When you have a lot of energy, people are they get nervous. And you have to understand that what you're broadcasting is affecting them on various levels. Various levels. Like sometimes your energy comes like as spiritual pressure, like in Bleach, like when Aizen was making Grimjo feel uncomfortable because of his spiritual pressure. So it's that. Your actions may have reverberating consequences, like what you say sometimes gives people a glimpse of a memory that they've never had before that makes them uncomfortable. The energy from your throat chakra like broadcasts on a completely different level that make people feel uncomfortable. I'm telling you, it's so funny. It's like when people get into the semen retention practice and they learn about it, it's like you're giving someone the Excalibur. He said, how do you feel about the files? I think that's horrible. I think it shows that we clearly have pedophiles. We clearly have like these weirdos amongst us that have not mastered themselves. But it's all for lessons anyway. People will be dealt with. How are you? What's going on, Finn? But that's really what's going on. I'm telling you, you have no idea. You're giving people an Excalibur. When you put people on to semen retention, you're giving them an Excalibur. And it's funny because every single practice and every single behavior that's in the world is moderated with the perfect balance. And so you can get into semen retention for the wrong reasons, but then it will self-regulate and you either learn the way or you discard the way, right? You know what I mean? But that's why you have long bouts. Like you have to get to a point in semen retention where you're not fighting with yourself about relapse. When you get to that point, then the real things start happening, the real benefits, the real things, the real stuff. And that's the scary bit. People are there's just the conversations, like words and sentences and conversations last so long. And they have they appear physically in like a day's time, hours time. There's reminders, there's like symbols everywhere. And it's very disorienting. He said ground shadow. No, it's shadow the floor. Yeah. The whole reason behind Sombra del Piso is because I was like, I don't really have like a life. You know what I mean? Like my life isn't important on its own. And so I exist as a shadow, which means like I only exist because other people exist. So that was the whole idea of it. If people didn't exist, then I wouldn't have any need to exist. I made that name at a time when I believed a lot about myself. That's recently changed. He's at the shadow period. But that's what it is, yo, Supreme Being. Like semen retention is very scary. Like you have no idea the reverberations of your actions. Sick posters, you like dragons? No, this is like some Some abstract art. Thank you for the compliment. So I was going good for 2 months, and I gave into temptation due to frustration with this chick that I was talking to our generation. I was talking to our generation of modern women are screwed. Everyone is immoral. Moralless. Oh, immoral. I'm back on YouTube and the gym. Sometimes it takes that, but you can't. I don't want you to hold on to that anger from that situation because it's a perception, right? Is it the same woman that the older woman that wouldn't give you the time of day, but you always wanted to be in your space? Was that it? Cascadian, let me know. Don't go anywhere, by the way, because you randomly leave. You be randomly leaving. Don't go anywhere. I want to talk about this. So I remember this story. And you can't give in. We can't be doing this. We can't be giving in to this frustration. I'm telling you. You got to channel it. You got to go outside. Oh, different one. So you try it again. You can't be giving up, Cascadian. You cannot. Like, that's just not acceptable anymore. You can't give up. Especially to a computer. It's not real. Like, that stuff is not real. This is 2026. We got to have mastered this stuff already. We got to keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't. It's not even a transfer. He didn't transfer it with her. It was by himself because he was frustrated. And then I understand that because the gravity of the thoughts of like disappointment, rejection, and then you have this energy buildup, so it's not like circulating as it normally was because you're not calm anymore, and so you just choose to capsize. I understand it. Well, transfer of energy to the wrong space. You're absolutely right, but yeah, we can't we can't give in. I'm telling you, we can't give in because of this stuff. I'm telling you, you got to keep going. You can't give up. You got to keep going. You have to keep going. You cannot give up, please. I'm telling you, I was down bad. Alien Reborn. What's up, Mr. Reborn? You're my favorite LGBTQ streamer. Yep, I've heard that a million times. Yeah, work on that. But I'm telling you, you can't give up. I was down bad. Remember, we had our situation. I was down bad. Did I give up? No. Because the thing is, I've gone to a different level of understanding, though. I'm seeing things like very, very differently now. Like, it's just, I don't desire that. Like, I just don't desire that. I really just don't desire that easy release. Because it just brings more pain, too. And it's just not real. You know what I mean? We are guys, there are no rules. There are rules. Don't ever believe that there aren't any rules. There are rules. There are rules. Supreme Being, there are. You cannot disobey them. Jesus loves you. Thank you very much. I think he does. Because remember, who he loves the most, he chastens. Oh, you're going to just keep spamming. Okay, you're gone. Bye. Bye-bye. But yeah, I think who God loves most, he chastens the most. So, yeah. But yeah, you can't give up. Where's Cascadian? I bet he's gone now because I gave him a little criticism. You can't give up. You can't give up. You can't give up. Don't blame the modern woman. Ultimately, you have to also look within yourself too. Because a lot of the situations, what I've learned, especially on this practice, is that we bring ourselves in front of these situations. And so in order to be tested, right? In order to see how we deal with it. Where's Supreme Being? Supreme Being, I gotta talk to you, right? I'm gonna talk to you for a little bit. Where's Supreme Being? Are you still here? Where's Supreme Being? Because I'm gonna tell you an example of the situation. Like the Japanese one. We kicked this woman to the curb. Because I realized it's just I'm just wasting my time. I was just wasting my time. Like, I just kicked this woman to the curb. Like, we're not doing that anymore. Let's just call it what it is. We're not doing that anymore. It's just a waste of time. She just doesn't, she's an older woman playing like she's 20. And there's just nothing interesting about her at all. Let's just call it what it is. And she doesn't, her finances are trash, right? She's not very good at finances. She doesn't save money really. She's like in her early 40s roommating. Like, no. No. It's just a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. heathen men, right, validate that behavior. And so she's that old, not feeling an impetus to change, not receiving an impetus to change. And so I was like, I said, this is a waste of time. Let me see. He said, I hear you, brother. I promise this time I'm going to take responsibility of my ascension. I just need to accept the caliber of what modern women are today. We don't care about the modern women. We don't care about what they're doing. Cascading is about what you're doing. You have to get into a mode where it's just about the circulation of your energy through semen retention and your practice at the gym and YouTube. Get back on it. You're going to have those pangs, the sad pangs. I wish it worked out. Oh, I wish I could be with her. Oh, this and that. You're going to go through that, and it's okay. You have to visit the grief. Don't let this whole fluff that you're doing. No, it's all good. No. Are you gone? You leaving now? This guy. I'm saying this. You need to sit in the grief. You need to sit through the emotions, or else it's going to pop up again, and you're going to fall for it again. Except, okay, you're going to probably go maybe 2-3 months in semen retention. You're going to run into another girl, and then you're going to have like this trepidation, right? And then she's going to dig in, and then eventually you're going to relent, and then you're going to fall into the same problem again. You need to forgive yourself for what couldn't happen or what you couldn't do. It's fine. It's okay. Who cares about the modern woman? You know, now it's time you need to master semen retention. You should not be able to be shaken off your core. When I was cooked last summer, when the situation happened with the girl, when I was cooked, remember? What did I didn't go home and like, yeah, I'm gonna just release and sit and be sad with myself. I did not do that. What did Somer Del Piso do? I think this is ripe, right? I was on some Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse Krishna type stuff. That's what I was like. This is a ripe time to utilize this excess energy into trying to get something for myself. And we got the apartment, we got the new job, and then we ready to go. And then we planned the trip to Georgia. Like, guys, come on, stop. We're not feeling sorry for ourselves. You got to stop doing that. You need to learn to walk forward whilst accepting what you couldn't change or you couldn't do. That's what real men do. That's real men. You can't lean on anyone else. Discard your family. If your family are mostly female, they're not going to really understand what you went through. And they're not going to want to understand. You need to put them to the side. You need to do that stuff on your own. Walk forward, do that self-reflection on your own. And then you're going to be okay. I'm telling you, don't feel bad for yourself. Don't blame modern women. It's okay. Post-Japanese lady Del Piso is a level of ascension beyond default Del Piso. And Usman is here. What's going on? Can you please give a shout out? No, I'm not. Can you listen to my songs? No, I will not. Who cares? I'm telling you, she was like, I was hanging with her, and I realized that it was just a waste of time. It was just a waste of time. She was broke. She talking about, oh, you have a nice hat, because you guys know I have the Acne Studios hat, you know, the beanie, all wool. It's very nice, cost a pretty penny, and I had 2 of them. She's like, oh, that's nice. Oh, you have a nice coat. And I'm just like, why am I here? I told her it's a waste of time. I was like, there's no point for us to continue talking. Bye. I cut that off. It's boring. There's nothing fulfilling I can get from that. There's nothing I can get from that. And you guys saw, beautiful, but who cares? And that's like, who cares? You know what I mean? Maybe it's still a spill off from this recent thing with the Albanian girl, but it's just still like, it just was useless. She was just useless. Putting others down to feel good ain't even cool, bro. You could be a contrarian as much as you like. I couldn't care less. The point is, I know exactly what value is, and I know what I bring. You know what I mean? I know what I do. So I couldn't care less. I really couldn't care less. Like, it was just useless. So we cut that off. And then she's like, she hit me back up the other day, and I was just like, this is just boring. I just don't want to talk. Like, this is just boring. Like, it's just useless. Who's this guy that's constantly deleting his messages? He might have to see the black box. Aren't you one of those dudes with a white chick on YouTube? Ooh. And his name is Seeking Humility. You need to seek different plateaus, because it just seems like you're caught up in like this idea of how life should be lived based on how you look. And that's delusion, my friend. Usman, what's going on with you? But I'm telling you, follow the semen retention route. You're going to find out exactly where you need to be. You're going to find out exactly where you need to be. I'm telling you. Uh, can you please see my chat? Nope, you're gone. You keep asking me the same thing. Hit the gym, you said it twice. You're gone too. Now people just need to marry a lady from Antarctica to have conquered all 7 continents. I don't know, man. I'm on some different thing now. I'm just trying to like, I don't know, man. We're gonna see. What's a black box? Oh, let me put you in it because you keep rejecting your messages. I don't like that. You're gone. You're in the black box. You're gonna have to make a new account. You probably have a million accounts too, so you can come in with another one. You could pretend to be someone for like the first 3 chats, and then once I'll catch on to you, then you'll get back in the black box. I don't know, man. I'm not thinking about women right now. I'm really not. But I think I'm just trying to do what I need to do. You know what I mean? This is what I'm on right now. So, and I'm just trying to observe the times. I know they don't like that in the Bible. Like not observe the times, like on some like soothsaying type thing. But I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Like a lot of interesting things have been going on in life. Did I tell you guys I almost got hit by a car? I didn't even tell you guys. He said only Jesus, the living water, can satisfy the thirsty soul. I'm going to tell you something too. I think a lot of things can satisfy the thirsty soul. Story of Jesus, definitely, because it's a story of triumph and ascension. But there's a lot of things that you need to do. So, well, look what we have here. Oh, someone that's interested in the black box. You're in the black box. Bye. I didn't even give him a chance. We're just going to quick draw McGraw today. Uzman, what's going on? Did you leave or are you lingering? What's going on with you? Where's Supreme Being? Is he still here? Is he gone? Where's Eternal? I feel like Eternal should be up. It's like Monday. But there's no such thing as President's Day in England, right? They have prime ministers. Today is not anything special in England. So I don't know, man. He said, what caused this development? What books are you reading as of late? I actually have been reading a book on finance, believe it or not. What's caused this development? I just woke up. Uzman, I don't know what's going on, but I woke up and I just realized that I've been giving a lot of energy to outlets that don't really deserve it. Like I realize I have a lot of energy, like a lot. I've been giving a lot of myself to a lot of things. And I realize a lot of people in general just don't have the capacity to hold that energy, let alone just stand next to me on something basic. And I'm not thinking overly higher of myself. I'll still try to walk with these people. Of course, I got to live life. But I'm just not giving any more concession to people that are only giving me halfway. You know what I mean? They're not reciprocating. And I'm gonna wait for this person to come into themselves, hoping that they'll learn. I'm like, no. Like this is 2026. You need to understand the value of the person in front of you and invest early, or just get the heck out of the way. And that's what I'm on. I'm gonna be honest. It's not disregarding women. I will still listen. We met 2 devushkas the other day. I was at work, we met 2 devushkas. We met 2 of them. We're having a good conversation. They were both models. But of course, I already knew you get this information like, semen retention is real. I've been saying this. Semen retention is real. You get like these eyes, I'm telling you, and then you just see through a lot. It's very, very interesting. Like, it was nice talking to them, but of course, one of them vaped. The other one seemed like a very genuine person. Like, she was a genuine woman. She had a nice fur jacket. It felt a little light, so I don't know if it was really real, but I didn't really care. And they were both models. I think one was, the one that was a little more humble, was a model, part actress or something. And they thought it was cool that I knew a little Russian. And I was like, I'm just interested in you guys. Like, what's going on? What's with your life? What do you do? Like, what's your ambition? And so that's why we had a long conversation. And we traded Instagrams and whatnot. But it's just, they didn't seem interesting. You know what I mean? It's like, it just seems like they were chasing wealth just for the sake of status and not for anything deeper than that. And that's the trick. That's the trap, I think, with a lot of people in general, especially Eastern Europeans. Like, they now have access to the world stage. They've made a transition. Their economies made transitions from communist to capitalist. And so they want to have outward shows of wealth. And they're not really going back to their traditional roots, which is Orthodox Christianity for a lot of them, to understand what could truly fulfill the soul, like the pangs of the soul. They're not interested in that. And so, and you could see it. They were nice to talk to. Though the humble woman, she had like this nice sheen of red for her fingernails. But it just wasn't interesting. I wasn't interested at all. Like, it was nice talking to them. It's nice to know their ambitions, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Being an African American who can speak some Russian is a blue-eyes white dragon move to them. White lightning attack. I don't know, man. It's just, hey, dog, what's going on? Welcome back. I don't know, man. It was because there's an African community in Russia that speaks the Paruski. So that, I don't know if that's, but then again, a lot of people just don't know a lot about their environment. So it's just like it's whatever. Some dude, what's going on, man? What's up? What's up? I don't know, man. I don't know, Uzman. I'm just thinking a little differently now. I'm not interested in standing or having company just because there's no one with me. You know what I mean? So, main account still can't comment. I don't know. That's the problem on your side, Daniel. I don't know what to tell you because I don't have you banned. I've never banned you. Why the hell would I ban you? I think there was something that you said maybe in another stream and YouTube attacked the account. 6 times in a week in the gym, stop weed and coffee. What about you? Wait a minute. No. Are you saying that I don't do that? What are you implying, Dobadas? I've been going to the gym, and I don't drink coffee. I don't smoke weed, so that's not a problem. I had a random epiphany today. Do you think TV was always propaganda? I think we're thinking too deeply about a lot of these things. We really are. Anything that's a media, right? Anything that you have to perceive, anything that you can perceive, can possibly be propaganda. But it's not on the sense where there's like this concentrated blanket agenda through every single show on TV that's trying to indoctrinate you to do something. No, I don't think that's the case. I think there's good media. I think there's bad media, for sure. I mean, there's good media, and I think there's bad media. You know what I mean? He said, "Nah, I'm able to chat normally everywhere else. All good though. These things happen. Technology is unreliable, even in 2026." I don't know what happened. I'm telling you, I don't have you banned. Remember, I checked through the list, and you weren't on the block list. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But at least you could speak through here. So I guess that's good. Someone said they seen me on Grindr. What's going on? Double R. Very handsome. Oh boy. Some dude, I think what we need to be concentrating on, really. He said they look like Tiana's dad from Princess and the Frog. Never saw the movie. But yeah, that's the New Orleans based one. So there's like a lot of African Americans in there. So I'm guessing, let's see who you're talking about. Let's see. Tiana's dad, Princess and the Frog. Let's check it out. Oh, I like that. Wait, let me see. If that's who he is, he looks all right. Except he has hair. I don't have hair, and he doesn't have any facial hair, and I have facial hair. Very handsome, Sombra. Thank you. We've done a lot of work, a lot of drinking water. Do you remember the 90s? Some dude, I think that you're looking at a lot of things beyond the surface level, which is good. But you have to also remember that you also live surface level too. Like you have a physical body. You need to like do skincare. You got to eat healthy, and you have to have healthy perceptions in order to have conversations with some of the people around you. So you can have a very frictionless, or try to make your existence here as frictionless as possible. So it's good to look beyond the surface, but it's also good to just accept something for what it is. And also, if you think TV is propaganda, don't watch TV. I don't watch TV at all. I mean, if anything, I look at YouTube occasionally. I was doing some, I was watching some, I'm gonna tell you guys what's going on. For some reason, I've been looking at like Italy. I don't know why I've been looking at that recently. I've been looking on, we're not trying to travel to Italy. I'm gonna lay it down right now. Remember guys, you know how we feel about Italy. Ain't nothing really going on in Italy. But I don't know. I think like Amalfi Coast little trip. Doesn't sound really bad. Of course, you got to bring a boo thing over there. I don't know if you should go there on your own. Are you a rapper? Yes, just because I'm dark skinned. I'm a rapper. I don't know anything else about any other types of music. Just hip hop. I am blessed, Sombra. I had an app / company idea. I pitched to 3 startup owners, friends, and they seemed very impressed to the point that they told me to garden, not tell everyone. Good, good, good. I like sports, but I'm not sure the outcomes are legit either. I think you can't keep psyching yourself out. Just enjoy. If you like watching sports, watch the sport. Don't bet on it, but just watch the sport. Enjoy it for what it is. Nothing has to be profound, much more profound than what it is. Seriously, just enjoy something for what it is momentarily. I'm learning. I've learned recently really to surrender. I've really just sort of given up on trying to resist. I'd like to go to Malta, Sombra, as an island nation with Italian and Arabic influence. I want to check that out. I don't know. For some reason, man, I'm thinking about the Amalfi Coast, like a drive on the Amalfi Coast. You know, I have a lot of time. I just stop off on the side. Ain't nothing really going on in Italy. What do they have on you? Nothing. I don't, because you guys know how I feel about Italy. They're broke in Italy, man. I'm telling you. And they're unfair to Italian college students, college graduates. Italy is not it, man. You know what I mean? Italy is not it. And then what else? What else is going on in Italy? Their economy is not doing very well. I think it's worsening every year, right? Like it's not. Let's look this up. Ain't nothing going on in Italy. Ain't nothing going on in Italy. All right, is this it? This is okay. Good. World population review. Let's look at Italy. Italy. Are you big? There's a lot of silly questions being asked in the chat today. All right. And they have a population problem, don't they? Right? They have a population, a birth rate decline. Huge birth rate decline. Let's see. The biggest city it's Rome, obviously, then Milan, then Naples. Wow, then Turin. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, Amalfi does sound good. Maybe you can make a short drive there on a trip to one of the closer Eastern European countries. What's the closest European? Croatia, right? Hold on. Let's look at the map. Because Italy, and then would it be like Slovenia or Croatia or something? Let's check that out. I don't know. 2-day trip. I don't know. If I'm gonna go over there, you got to bring the boo thing. You can't just go over there on your lonesome. College grads in Italy can't get jobs, and are you going to the countryside to work? And are going to the countryside to work on farms? Not even like that, because they're not making a lot of chicken over there. What is going on with my computer? Uh-oh. Oh, it's a lot of stuff running. A lot of memory being used. Slovenia, yeah, it's right to the east. That's what I'm just freestyling here. So I could go. I never been to Slovenia. Check that out. We ain't never been over there. Let's check this out. We're gonna go on the map really quickly. Okay, let's exit this. It'll be like Slovenia, and then Croatia, and then Montenegro, and then Albania, and then Greece. If they're all along the Adriatic Sea. Let's check this out. Italy. Italy maps. Yes, Slovenia, Croatia, and Bosnia. My bad. Is Bosnia, and then what do you call it? Montenegro, and then Albania, and then Greece. Look at all these checks. Like, I have all these places to go. My favorite places to eat in Albania. That's cool. My map is marked up. Okay, where is the Amalfi Coast? I don't even know. I don't know anything about this place. All right, let's see. Where's Amalfi? Let's just type this in. Amalfi Coast. Okay, here we go. Where is it? Damn, it's far. Oh, I can't go there. Amalfi Coast is deep. I can't do anything. If I go to Amalfi Coast, like I'm stuck in, like I can't go anywhere unless I go to like North Africa by boat. The Amalfi Coast is deep south. Yeah, we cooked. Yeah, it's deep. Yeah, we can't go anywhere. Nah, we can't go anywhere. We could do, yeah. African American casually freestyling European geography. Exodia move right there. It is nuts, right? Because I was just freestyling. I'm just like trying to figure out. I'm like, where would, I'm just thinking, guys, come on. Sombra could be in a movie as himself. I would go to Slovenia. I ain't never done that. We got to go to Slovenia. We got to check it out. He said, my friend is from Slovenia. Okay, some dude, you said something. What'd you say? Let's see. Yeah, we're cooked. We can't go to a country with pyramids. Ain't it scams in Egypt? We're not going to Cairo. We're not going to Cairo. You will never see me over there. Scams galore in Africa. Like, I don't know, man. That would be great. It would be great. It would be great to do. I think I should do the drive anyway. If I'm there, I gotta be stuck there. You can't just go to the Amalfi Coast and then you're driving somewhere else. Like, that's just gonna take so many things. He says he respects your opinion enough to ask you deep questions. Nice, thanks. Okay, thank you. I mean, you should know this. Some dude, I always respect your opinions. Okay, what's going on? So you could just roll up in Slovenia. Well, look, couldn't you just do a Venice drive? Yeah, you could drive. Oh, you could. That'll be fire. That'll be fire. I did. I went to a country of pyramids too. Mexico. Excuse me. I went to Teotihuacan. Okay, Slovenia. That would be cool. Austria, no. And then we'll go. What's this? Croatia, right? All the American women are going to Split. Yeah, we're gonna stay away from there for sure. Bosnia is mad mountainous. Hungary. I saw this girl on the train the other day, and I think she was Hungarian because I saw like a whole bunch of. I saw her I saw something on her phone. She was like looking over some news article, and I'm like, yo, the words are very long, but they're not Polish. I was like, yeah, she got to be Hungarian, and I was like, she's definitely Hungarian. She had to be. Okay, this is Hungary. Ukraine is to the north. Not a lot of people know that Ukraine borders Hungary, which is kind of weird. Whenever I say it, people are like, they look at me in a very strange way, and I'm like, it's true. Okay. I would do a drive. Maybe we could, yeah, I would do some Venice. Yeah, screw Milan. No one wants to see Milan. Ain't nothing over there. You just drive along Venice. Yeah, that'd be fire. What country is this? Oh, it's Croatia. Pula. It's fire. Yeah, we do that. I don't know. We'll see. Ukraine borders Romania. It's to the north, right? Let me see. It's to the north. Yeah, north of Romania. Oh, Bulgaria, man. We were just right there, man. We were just in Bulgaria. It's crazy. Yeah, Turkey is big. Georgia's small. We got to go to Azerbaijan. But remember, these are who cares? No. Remember, the next trip is Kazakhstan. Europe, we'll come back to Europe. But we got to go to Kazakhstan. Man. We got to go to Uzbekistan and all that. But anyway, I've been thinking a lot about the Amalfi Coast. I don't know why. I was looking at a video. I was doing some editing the other day. Some of my videos. And then I had a video playing in the background, and I'm just looking at a guy drive. He's some aggressive Italiano driving through the Amalfi Coast. It's crowded as hell on the Amalfi Coast, by the way. It'll be fine. I would do it just cause. I bet you it's not even expensive. You just chill out. You could just relax anywhere you want. You see a restaurant, you just pull to the side and you just relax. Record, say something profound, and then we get back on the car. You know what I mean? Or just enjoy the sunset. But I want to go there with like someone special. I feel like I don't want to go there on my own. I don't know why I've been having these thoughts lately, but I don't know. I want to do that. So, yeah. Then and Amalfi Coast looks interesting. Like it looks like there's a lot of tourists along the entire coast. Different trips have different purposes. Yeah, that sounds nice. Imagine you bring the little boo thing. You guys are chilling, Italian sunset. You know, I'll just have a video talking crap about Italy. Like, yo, guys, man, I'm in Italy, but I don't even like this place, man. Take me to Montenegro. You know? So, yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know. That's probably the only reason why I'd go to Italy. That's it. So, yeah. But yeah, what's this? Croatia. I gotta go to Croatia because I've never been, but you said Italy has talent. Oh, that's not without a doubt. I believe you go with us. I'm sure the Italian was it the signora? Or how do you say woman in Italian? How to say woman in Italian? Donna. The Donnas. Las Don. How do you say the Donnas? Las Donnas. There is no doubt that there's talent in Italy. That's not a question, for sure. The thing is that remember, Italy is still Western Europe. And so the mindset might be a little cooked. And remember, the birth rate is very low. Signorita, that's Espanol. And there's a lot of Western influence, like I said. Italy has talent, I could confirm. Dovidas, I believe you. There is, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, for sure, there is talent in Italy. The thing is, you have to be careful. As someone that's doing well, if you go over to Italy and you're trying to find talent, yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you, they'll play a long game and they're gonna extract resources. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but you know what I mean? It can happen. You never know. So, I didn't know Rome was in South Italy. I didn't know that. Yeah, Italy is scammy. We know exactly. Everyone, let's talk about Italy again. Let's talk about Italy. Do a lot of Romanians live in Italy? No, not really. No. A lot of Romanians, a lot of these guys in Eastern Europe, like they live in Austria or Germany for a little bit and they come back with mad money. Because remember, Germany is the strongest economy in Europe. Let's talk about Italy. Guys, what do we know about Italy? Let's put the information in the chat. Jez, you said Italy is scammy. I was saying that too. Like Rome, like it's scammy in Rome. These guys are very, very quick talkers in Italy. These guys are very suave in Italy. They're going to try to dupe you. When I was in Albania, there was this service I will always use, by the way. Albania Rent-A-Car Service. That's exactly what it's called, verbatim. And the thing is, okay, it's run by an Italian guy. I like him because he hooked me up with the special car the second time around. He remembered who I was. He was like, "You're renting this?" No. And he was speaking to the guy in Albanian to swap the car with something else. And I got some fire Skoda. And he was like, "Yo, you take this, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming back." I was like, "Yeah, of course, man. Thank you for hooking me up." Let me show you who he is. I have the picture here. Hold on. Let me charge my phone. This is my other phone. I got to charge it. And then we're going to show the picture. They won a war from fighting on the mountain to the top of the Dolomites. Okay. All right. Interesting. What else about Italy? What else? Guys, what do we know? The travel facts about Italy. What do we know about this country? There's videos of a homeless guy robbing people in Italy by using his dog. Are you serious? It's crazy. That is crazy. Florence. The population of Italy, of Rome, is 4.3 million people. Let's see what else. 95% Italian in Italy. Oh, my bad. Okay, sorry, Usman. There are also close to 1 million Romanian citizens officially registered in Italy, followed by Moroccans and Albanians with a population of 500,000 each. Italians have over 300 local pastas. That's definitely believable. And I'm sure like 150 of them are very similar. Like, come on. The largest ethnic group in Italy is obviously the native Italian. Blah, blah, blah. The main religion is Christian. We knew that. Unsurprisingly, the dominant religion is Roman Catholicism. We know that. People identify as some form of Christian make up in excess of 80% of the population. Islam is the second most practiced religion in Italy, although the numbers don't even come as close as the numbers for Christianity. Okay. There is, look, I said this, didn't I say this, guys? Italy's economy is largely industrial, although this means something different in the north versus the south. Said this, remember? Northern Italy contains mostly private companies, whereas the south is more agriculture and welfare dependent. There is also a substantial underground economy in Italy, which is estimated to account for as much as 15% of their GDP. There's a lot of illegal stuff going on in Italy. There's so much money that's taken out of their economy, the yearly count of the GDP. That is nuts. So we said this. I'm telling you, there's some shady stuff going on in the land of the Italianos, man. Can we play a game? I give 3 clues for a random country and you try to guess it? Sure. Double swiping credit cards, trying to force fake watch sales, and trying to charge €2 for a public bathroom. No. I'm sure the scams in Rome are unprecedented. And you know what's funny? Albania is so close to Italy, and they're not nearly like this. I'm not saying there's no scams completely in Albania, but I faced no scams when I went to that country. Except they try to get me. The goddamn sheepdogs. I was trying to find a parking space, right? For my car. This is before I knew that the parking lots in Tirana are A1, by the way. You need to look up if you somehow find yourself in Albania, in Tirana specifically, and you're staying there for a long period of time, and you're renting a car, don't park on the streets if you could avoid it, and look around for the rates of parking lots. I am telling you, the parking lot rates are so great. I paid for staying in there for like 24 hours. You're paying 800 lek. That's $8. Like it's $7 or something like that. Crazy. The goddamn Shiptar men, they were standing in front of a parking space. So I was in traffic because there's a lot of traffic in Tirana, like during Friday nights, Saturday nights, sometimes Sunday nights. And I was trying to get back to the Airbnb. I talked to the Shiptar. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Why are you standing in front of the parking space? He's like, oh no, this is just my special parking space. Do you want to pay for it? And I'm like, pay for it? He's like, yeah, because there's a lot of traffic and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, no. No. What the heck? It's like a public parking space and you're trying to charge like people from to use it? I'm like, no. Then I ended up going I was just in traffic. I was on the main strip. I forgot it was like Ruga. I forgot the main strip. It's like Georgi Castredi. I forget what it's called. And I saw the rates of a parking lot. Because I was tired. I'm telling you, I drove all day. I just want to park the car. And then I'm on the car. I have my phone in my hand. I stopped playing music. I'm just laying back. And I look to the right. I look to the sign. I'm like, oh, 800 lek, 24 ora. Because, we're in Albania. So they got to speak the sheepdog, right? The sheep. So I'm like, 800 ora. Oh, no, 800 lek for 24 ora. I'm like looking it up. 800 lek. I'm like, $8? Yo, I popped out of my seat. I just hit the complete left turn. What is this? I just hit a complete left turn. I'm like, I'm sorry. What did I say? I was like, Mefalni. I'm like, y'all trying to get in the parking space, the parking lot. They were like, I don't know, I guess the owner, he just looks at me. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to park. You got space? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yo, let me out. I'm like, take a picture of my license plate. We out. Where are you from? Because you sound like you're from Ohio. I'm from New York. I live in New York City, in Brooklyn. Coming to the Baltics is nice. The Baltics are very nice. That's not bad. He said you ranked it correct. I'm an island country. Oh, he's talking to this guy. Yeah, I'm in New York. I would do the Baltics for sure. That's not off the list, by the way, guys. We are still planning to go to Estonia, Lithuania, and what's the other one? Latvia. Let's check this out. Latvia. What's going on in Latvia? 1 Spain, 2 Italy, 3 Portugal. USVI left-hand drives. Yeah, because they're a copy. What's the British Virgin Islands or the US Virgin Islands? They got like no one in Latvia. They're going through a birth rate problem too. You guys know, what was it? There's a huge disparity between the number of women and the number of men in Latvia. You guys know this, right? Okay. Whoa. You see? They have too many females. Yeah, apparently that's the situation. But that's not a cue to go over there, by the way. I'm just saying. All right, let's check this out. Latvia's estimated population is currently lower than the population of 2.07 million at the last census is 2011. That's kind of nuts. How was Latvia, by the way, Dovadas? Latvia has a relatively low density of just 34 people per square kilometer, which ranks 166th in the world. Latvia is currently the third poorest country in the EU, and about 30,000 people leave the country each year, most of whom are young and well educated. Of course, they're part of the EU. We going to Germany. We're going to France. You see, this is the issue. This is the issue. No one wants to stay in their countries. It's the same thing that happened in Italy. It's the same thing that's happening in Latvia. There are mostly, wow, their population is taking over. There's a lot of Paruskis that live in Latvia. He said, hop on a train to, this is Luke. What's going on, Luke? Hop on a train outside to Rome to Tivoli. Nice day trip. Also was not impressed with their food. That's crazy. I'm not going to say that out loud in Italy. they'll crucify you over there if you say something about their food. It is nice, but talent much worse than Estonia and Lithuania. Okay, so there's not a lot of talent in Latvia. That's crazy. Luke, what's going on with you? How are you? How are you? How was your Valentine's Day? There's a lot of Paruskis. Yo, a quarter of the population of Latvia are from the Paruski land. They're from Russia. That's crazy. Let's see, what else? Let's see Lithuania. This is where Dovadas is from. Lithuania. Okay, why am I getting all of these late messages? All right, there's a little more people in Lithuania. Has a service-based economy with a growing tech sector. That's nuts. What's good, Summer? What's going on, Akeem? Great. I'm still basking. So you had a good time during your Valentine's. At least, you know, at least some people are winning. I didn't have a Valentine's this year. You know, Summer was living his life. But he had to work on Valentine's Day, but who cares? Okay, what's Lithuania's capital? There's Riga of Latvia. What's the other one? Guys, don't tell me. Don't tell me. What's the capital of Lithuania? It's Riga. There's something else. Vilnius. Yes, Vilnius. Zara said, "You so fine. I didn't have a Valentine's either." Thank you for the compliment. And this is what it is. Life is tough for us. I can't think there's too much sexy in here. Oh, that's kind of sweet. All right, there's a lot of Lithuanians. There's not even a lot of Paruskis in Lithuania. That's nuts. Good afternoon, Summer. Just passing through. I got to get back to work in 5 minutes. I hope you have a prosperous and safe day. Thank you. You too. Thank you. What's going on in Lithuania? Ain't nothing going on in Lithuania. Less Paruskis, yes. Yes, no, for sure. Let's check out, what's the other one? Estonia. Estonia, I know the capital of that one. That is... I don't know. What is the capital of Estonia? Darn. What is it? Tallinn. That's right. Tallinn. There's not a lot of people in Estonia. What's going on? There's a lot of Paruskis in Estonia. There's like a quarter of them are in Estonia. Let's see. One county having 99% Estonians. Okay. That's it. They don't have a lot of information on this country. Okay. I don't doubt that there's a lot of talent in these places. I'm sure they'll put American women to shame. We know every country outside, any other woman outside the United States will put American women to shame. That's not a question. We know that. Yeah, this seems interesting. I don't know, the Baltics, that we gotta head over there, but that's not the mission. The mission right now is Kazakhstan. That's really the mission. Remember, Sombra, I told you she was 10 years older. Yes. Oh, your Estonian thing. Where can we look to find out Estonian talent? Do we have to go on Instagram? Let me go on Instagram. This is gonna be fun. Let's see. They're pretty blondes. Oh, that's not exciting. Estonia. I'm not gonna. Yeah, you see, ain't nothing really interesting going on in Estonia. Like, ain't nothing going on. Let me see. Right, right, Shimon. I guess what's going on? Welcome. They said, when did this come out? This came out last year. Apparently, the top 12 countries of the most beautiful women are Colombia's number one. The thing is, I'm telling you, we too unenlightened in this world. Those guys don't. Colombia, they're some of the most unfaithful women. Latin women are some of the most unfaithful women to ever cross. Like, I'm telling you, that's just dangerous. Colombia number one. Like, first of all, they're not reading in Colombia. They're not reading in Colombia. What's going on, Morba? How are you? They're not reading in Colombia. So first of all, it's a lot of there's a lot of personality that they have, and they're not interested in reading and knowledge, objective knowledge, to try to do some self-reflection and inner work as to why they reflexively act the way they do. They're not exploring their childhood traumas. And so they're just carrying around beauty and they're just entitled. That's what's going on in Colombia. Let's look at the stats of Colombia. I'm telling you, we got a lot to say. We're gonna go down the list. Latin women are mad. They're beautiful, but I'm telling you, they're not very faithful in Latin America. Let's see. The Colombia percentage of single parent households. We're gonna look this up. Look at this. We're going in. He said white bunnies. Sombra are strong. Well, it's only one of Sombra, so Sombra is strong. That'll be much more accurately. Okay, single parent households just account for just over 20%, so it's just a fifth. I didn't know that. I thought they had more. I think this might be outdated. I don't think this is true. I think this is more. That's what I'm saying. You see, this is more accurate. 84% of Colombian children are born out of wedlock or outside of marriage, and they have the highest rate in the Latin American region. Only 27% of those children will live with only one parent, which is the highest of the region as well. That's what I'm saying. 35%. And that's what I'm saying. This number, this is definitely false. They're saying it's only 20%. There's way more. I would say like probably 35 to 40% of households in Colombia are single parent households. They have a lot of fun in Colombia. That's what I'm saying, without any regard for long-term implications of their actions. That's what's going on in Latin America. Madeline, what's up? Hello. Yeah, peace, Dovida. See you later. Okay, so number 2 on most beautiful women, Poland. I don't know. I mean, I dated one Polish girl before in my life. Let's see what's going on in Poland. Instagram. We're going on Instagram. Where's search? Polish woman. Because I don't know. What are they going to be, blonde? That's not very exciting. Why is it that we're just seeing feet? Why are feet here? Why are we seeing feet? What is this? I just said Polish. Oh, because it's Polish. They probably think it's Polish. Okay, let's just type in women from Poland. Maybe that's much more accurate. Because we're just seeing feet. This is weird. Woman from Poland. Okay, here we go. This is better. Finally. Okay, yeah, see, there's a lot of blonde. What is going on here? Yeah, she looks very angry. This is what's going on in Poland. I don't know, man. Maybe it's my mindset. I don't know. I'm just not excited. There ain't nothing really crazy going on. When you drink something, you're really just spilling it on yourself, but in the inside. Yeah, I guess that's a very good way to look at it. That's an interesting way to look at it, not a very good way to look at it. Because you're gonna start being psyched out. Oh no, like, are we actually actively doing anything? Like, are we actually eating food, or we're just spilling food inside of us too? What's up, Terry? Okay, Greece. I think that's super underrated too. There's a lot of talent in Greece. Who's still with me on the stream? Nice chocolate skin. Okay, you gotta get banned. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. There's women outside. You gotta stop playing. You gotta stop playing, man. Okay. Noel, what's up? Who's the best NBA player of all time? LeBronski. Yeah, Greece. There's a lot of talent in Greece. Let me see. Someone said the real top would be Venezuela, which I agree. Brazil, I don't know about Brazil. Ukraine, Russia, Colombia, Romania. I don't know so much about Romania. I mean, I went, but I didn't really see talent over there. What's up, 87? He said, "How is Germany on the list of top 12 most beautiful women with countries with the most beautiful women?" This is so cool. I like to see what people are thinking about. Somehow the United States is on the list. Who's still with me? Who's still with me? The United States is number 8 on the list. They all have Instagram. Forget about it. Also, the good ones get married young there anyway and gone. Where at? Where are you talking about? Somehow United States is on the list of places with the most beautiful women. Let's go on the stats. Overweight and obesity rate in women in the USA. Is your name Jason? Because I think you need to go to my school. I don't get it. Okay. Approximately 41 to 42% of women in the US are obese. Do you understand this? Guys, this statistic rate, that means if you added 8 percentage points to this statistic, that means that every other woman in the United States is overweight, like obese. Like, that's insane. And this is rising, by the way. This is a rising rate. And then the numbers raise to 70% when including those classified as overweight as well. So if in total 70%, we still cooked. Right? We are still cooked. That means that's nuts. More than about 3/4 of the women in the United States are overweight and obese. We're cooked in the United States. I told you this. I said this. Oh, look. Obesity rates are notably higher among non-Hispanic black women, by the way. Approximately 4 out of 5 black women are overweight and obese. That's crazy. What are they doing? What are they eating? And Hispanic women are crazily obese and overweight in the United States. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. And obesity rates among women have risen 16% since 2013, 2014. I told you. By the way, Sombra been retaining and grinding at a sartorial order platform. So you're doing fashion. Sounds nice. We'll share it later once have it live. Nice. I'm glad to hear that. Very, very good. I like them to subscribe. What's going on, Dancing Glow? Thank you very much. Let's see. Obesity prevalence generally decreases as education levels increase. Who knew? The more intelligent you are, the less overweight and obese you are. But that's actually not guaranteed, by the way. But I mean, there's a correlation. So people that are intelligent tend to not be overweight and obese. And look how Google framed this. Non-Hispanic black and Hispanic women are disproportionately affected compared to non-Hispanic white women. So it's like as if like they're outsourcing the blame. Like they're outsourcing, oh, it's not their fault that they're overweight and obese. It's like some other person's fault. That's nuts. And these guys are, let me see what the statistic, they're number 8 with the most attractive women in the world. And more than 3/4 of the women in the United States are obese and overweight. Wow, we cooked. We are finished. We are finished. Brazil is after the United States. They're saying that this is what this can't be right. This guy, I don't believe this. This is inaccurate. This is inaccurate. This guy, some people are legitimately saying that Brazilian women are less attractive than women in the United States. Let's see the obesity rate in Brazil. What's going on over there? A woman in Brazil. Brazil. Oh, so now you see it's getting cooked in Brazil. It's getting cooked in Brazil. It's getting cooked in Brazil. Wow, we finished, bro. Overweight and obesity rates among women in Brazil are high and rising, with over 55% of women experiencing excess weight, overweight, and obesity, and approximately 20 to 23% classified as obese. Obesity is slightly more prevalent in women than men, with higher rates linked to low education, lower income, and older age. Yeah, we cooked. I'm telling you. Yeah, man. Obesity is more prevalent in the capital city of Porto Velho and regions such as Manaus and Porto Alegre. Wow. So it's cooked in Brazil. Let me just look this up. We might have to make a video on this, guys. Who's still online? Let's see. Japan. The overweight and obesity rate in Japan. Let's check this out. So the obesity rate in Japanese women is low, actually, by international standards, with approximately 1/5 of Japanese women classified as obese. Because remember, the hikikomori culture is actually growing. That's nuts. A distinct trend in Japan is the high proportion of young women in their 20s and 30s who are underweight. The traditional contributing factors. The traditional Japanese diet, high in fish, soy products, and vegetables, supports lower weight. Regular physical activity, including walking, contributes to lower obesity rates. There's a high health focus. There's a high public health focus on maintaining a healthy weight to prevent chronic diseases. So they just have a very healthy culture in Japan. We knew this, though. Yeah, ain't nothing. No body-related illnesses will befall the Japanese because they care about their weight. Let's see Germany. What's going on in Germany? I've never seen any stats on Germany. Wow, yo, we finished, man. The longer we wait, yeah, it's over, man. Approximately 46% to 53% of women in Germany are considered overweight, including obesity, while about 18 to 19% are classified as having obesity. Like, what is going on? They all overweight. What is going on? How the average, okay, that's not too bad. 150 pounds, that's crazy. Wow. They overweight in Germany. What's going on in France? Because France is on that list too. Wow. What's going on in France? In France, approximately 17% to 17.4% of adult women are affected by obesity, whilst roughly 22 to 25% are classified as overweight. So ain't nothing really crazy going on in France. Wow. What's going on? What? Overall, while France has lower obesity rates compared to some Western nations, it faced a steady increase in these rates, with obesity in women being a significant public health concern. So it's growing. It's growing. In America, it's all that fructose syrup. Who said that was a good idea? It's more than that, Miss Shauna. It's more than that. It's more than that. They just can't stop eating in the United States. There's no one going to the gym. There's a lot of I went to the gym today. It's a holiday. There's a lot of people in the gym, but not as much as you think. It's also cultural. Why is it that everywhere in the world this rate is growing? Hermann Göring, Third Reich. That's come on, man. This guy is live. Is role playing as a not national socialist. Come on, man. What are you doing? Okay. Wow, that's crazy. So I didn't think France would be that low in their obesity and overweight rate. I had no idea. So they're doing something good in France. So France and Japan are the places to be. Let's see what else. Who else is on that list? They had Greece. Let's check out Greece, because Greece is number 3 on the list of the countries that have the most attractive women, which I believe, by the way, because remember they're like part Balkan, because they're right there. They're right south of Albania, and what's the other one? Macedonia and Bulgaria. There's a lot of talent in Greece for sure. I do not doubt that one bit. Let's see what's going on with the overweight and obesity. Yeah, it's not too wild. It's not too wild. Let's see. Although I would say I've been seeing a lot of younger people in the gym more than a decade ago. Yeah, because remember, it's a little more fancy, and some of the it's a little more part of a fad, which is a good thing. I think that's one of the things that people should receive propaganda from the gym, because it's just beneficial to you. Let's see. Overweight and obesity rates amongst women in Greece are amongst the highest in Europe, relatively, okay, in Europe, with approximately 30 to 31% of adult women considered obese and an additional 30%. Damn. Obesity in Greek women is strongly associated with decreasing age, particularly after menopause, and higher prevalence in urban areas. Let's see, obesity rate, roughly 1 in 4 to 1 in 3 women, around 27.5% to 32.1% are considered obese. Obese, that's a lot. And men too, they just overweight and obese in Greece. What is going on? You see what it is? It's all, like you said, Atlas, it's cultural. It's all cultural. These guys are eating the Slouvaki, the Kalamata olives, the lamb chops excessively, and they're just drinking and sitting around all day sharing memories because it's tradition. And that's great, but like this is like, you have to watch out for your health. There's a lot of nice gyms in Greece for sure, I'm sure. I don't doubt that. I don't know what's going on. Of course there are plus size people in Greece. Damn. I wouldn't say people are stuffing their faces, because plenty of foreign people come here complain that they still gain weight watching their food and exercise. Shauna, I lived in the United States for a while. I lived in England for a little bit. I lived in Colombia for a little bit. I lived in the United States for most of my life, the majority of my life. I live in New York City. I have never had a problem with weight. I have never had a problem with weight. I eat a lot. I also go to the gym. I have 2 jobs now, so I find time to go to the gym when I can. But I'm telling you, it's a lack of discipline. That's just simply what it is. It's simply what it is. All the high sodium and high fat, all that fructose corn syrup. I won't lie. Even with I pay attention to like my weight and whatnot. If I lived in Serbia for a year and I continued my health practices, best believe you're gonna see a lot. Maybe I'll probably be a little slimmer or a little more cut, because the food in Serbia is a little healthier, for sure, because it's in Europe, Eastern Europe. So you have a point, but that's not all of it. People just can't. They're stuffing their faces. That's really what it is. That's the God honest truth. Learn to cook for yourself. You get to monitor what kind of spices you're putting into your food, and then you'll be good. Go to the gym. That's nice for you that you have never had a weight problem, but that is you. I have the same body type as a lot of other people. There's nothing special about me. You have to be disciplined. It's all about discipline that a lot of people are not willing to implement. You can't go out every Friday night, every week, and then first of all that hard liquor, that's calories, and they're neurotoxins. But we're not going to get on that. That's not pertinent to the argument. But that's a lot of calories in alcohol. And then they smoke weed and then they eat all their, remember, they get the munchies and then they go eating anything. They go to McDonald's. They're eating all these foods with all of this seed oils, a lot of salt. You can't say how you are compared to other people. I'm just hearing excuses. That's what I'm hearing. Dead serious. I am this. My body type is very similar to a lot of other people. There's a lot of you have to watch what you eat. You control your mouth. A lot of people are just eating a lot. That's just really what it is. That's really what it is. Somehow Iceland is on the list of the most beautiful women, of countries with the most beautiful women. I don't know what's going on in Iceland. You'll never catch me there. I heard it's super overpriced in Iceland. Czech Republic is there. Let's check out the Czech Republic. What's going on? Obesity and overweight rate in the Czech Republic. What is going on in Europe? What is going on in Europe? What is going on in Europe? Bro, what is going on in Europe? What is going on? They're all overweight. What is going on in Europe? And look, Shauna, we're seeing the stats. There's a lot of countries in Europe that have high overweight and obese rates. What's going on? There's healthier foods. Remember, the EU moderates the type of foods that are distributed in the member bloc countries. Remember, there's no you can only have a certain percentage of foods that are bioengineered. There's no genetically modified foods, all that kind of stuff. So what's going on? They're all fat. They're all overweight in Europe. What is going on? And I knew it was crazy too. I remember when I went to Hungary. When I went to the bathhouse, I was like, a lot of people here are overweight. What's going on? Why are they all big in Hungary? What are they eating over here? I do believe we have great control over ourselves. I also agree with Shauna because some people are born a certain way. That's not, okay, let's look at the stats for that. What percentage, oops, I can't even spell. I said percentage. Percentage of people born in the USA with hyperthyroidism, because that's not a high number. I'm sure it's not. Apparently, look at this. 1.2% of the United States population have hyperthyroidism. That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. That is not an excuse. That is not an excuse. It's a very, very low amount. Very, very low amount. Very, very low. What else are we going to look at? Let's look at some countries. How's Albania? Overweight and obese women in Albania. Oops, I spelled it completely wrong. Albania. Oh! What are they eating in these countries? What is going on? I mean, listen, the stats are a little positive because most people are not. Well, actually, I can't even say that. I don't mean most people. I mean, like there will always be people at all. No, I understand that, but that's not an excuse. Remember, it's not an excuse. Because still, these numbers are rising. There's a lot of people that are obese and overweight in the world, and these numbers are rising. These rates are rising year after year. This guy, Alaska, he said, yeah, I'm from the Yupik tribal nation in Alaska. What do you recommend for people that don't have access to healthy foods and veggies? We only live off moose, salmon, goose eggs, seal meat, and fat. Ooh, I would mitigate the amount of fat that you're intaking and do a lot of cardio in Alaska. That's what I do. Right, you can't compare people. Stats are stats. And because people are not like you, you say they have a problem. I say BS. We're not saying they have some sort of chronic issue. I'm saying that they're not. First of all, stats are empirical data, basically an aggregate sum of what's going on with people. People are being weighed. Apparently, they weigh more than their height suggests that they should weigh. And I'm not saying that that's indicative of a problem. What it is that there is a lack of discipline there. There's a lack of attention to health. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And which is true. Which is true. People need to be a bit more disciplined. People, okay, the gym is not your thing. Maybe you got to start doing some cardio. Maybe you have to diet, and diet is more important than what you could do at the gym. So, wow. So in Albania, they're overweight. Let's check out Serbia. I'm asking because I know Alaska is very desolate, so I wonder how dependable is the gym for locals. Do you speak Spanish? Sí, yo puedo hablar español. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Uno Jesús. Uno Jesús. I never said chronic issue. I'm saying people who are not like you, you think a certain way. Oh, so in terms of my disciplines. So this is what I'm saying. Let me posit my point, Ms. Shauna. I'm saying if you are overweight, most likely you are not disciplined. It's as simple as that. You are probably eating way more than you're supposed to, or you're not eating the correct foods, right? Yes, you can make the excuse that healthy foods are a bit more expensive, but also there's a lot of expenses that we do make that are not necessarily good for us, but we do it for entertainment's sake, like drinking alcohol. We don't know why. We have a whole bunch of peer-backed studies on the internet by various universities that say that alcohol is not good for you. They try to say a decade and change ago, or even longer than that, that wine is good for you because of the polyphenols, which is found in the skin of the grapes of wines, which will contribute to making you look younger. But is that worth it? Because there's a lot of whole other methods and things you could eat in order to achieve that same effect. But is it worth consuming a neurotoxin just for a little bit of polyphenols? No. Right? I'm saying this. This is what I'm positing. They could think like me or not, but most likely if you are overweight and obese, based on a lot of the chronic conditions that probably lead to higher weight gain, the people that have those conditions are very, very small. It's a small number. Doesn't constitute for most of the population. So if you are overweight and obese, most likely there's a lack of discipline. It's as simple as that. You are not probably going to the gym, you're not doing a lot of cardio, and you're not watching what you put in your body. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. They like to say, because I remember I was in Romania. These guys were trying to say, because I was doing, I was going to the bathhouse in Therma. So I said, before I go to the bathhouse, I want to get a pump at the gym. So, and they were trying to say that what I was doing was genetics. And I'm like, no, guys, do you drink? Yes. Do you smoke? Yes. Do you eat excessive fats with your food? Yes. So there's the problem. She said, I call BS. Okay, stats prove otherwise, Miss Shauna. So stats prove otherwise. That's really what it is. I cook, I live on my own. I cook my own foods mostly. I go to the gym as much as I can. I do cardio in the gym, extensive full speed Stairmaster 20-minute sessions after my leg days. No, I pay attention to exactly what I put in my body, for sure. She said BS. It's not BS. So we gotta, because the world is, and again, it's this victim mentality. Because the world seems to be stacked against us in regard to providing healthy foods, means that we should just fall victim to the effects of that. No. He said genetics play a role, otherwise, he said genetics play a role, okay, to some degree, because he said otherwise Chinese and Guatemalans would be more in the NFL. You're not wrong, but it's not as prevalent as you think. He said, I do this, I do that, you compare people to you. This is the discipline, right? If you do not have, this is what I said, by the way, and this is true. I think it's objectively true. If you are overweight or obese, most likely you do not have any discipline over physical exercise and what you put in your body. You can call BS all you like. Maybe you're overweight. Let me see. Maybe you are. Maybe. But this is just what it is. It's very easy to solve this issue. You just have to not necessarily eat less, but eat differently. Cook your own foods. Make sure you're not putting a lot of, pay attention to the spices that you're using. Adobo, they love using adobo in Latin America, especially in the Caribbean, in La República Dominicana and Haiti. That's one of the worst seasonings you could use. Monosodium glutamate, up the wazoo, all these artificial stuff. Stay away from that stuff. You know what I mean? Very, very easy. He said Jesus was black. Why do you think the brothers are built big and strong? Okay, first of all, not all of us are built like that. He said, I am overweight. I say that, but I don't compare other people to me. I think we're just going back and forth at this point. I'm just saying it will be easier to take accountability and just be a little bit more disciplined with what you eat and how you exercise. I think that's really what it is. Seriously. I've never had a weight. I'm going to talk about me because it's my personal experience. I've never had a weight issue because I've always paid attention to what I put in my body. Always. I stopped drinking for 12 years, stopped doing drugs, all that kind of stuff, because I'm interested in my body. I just didn't want, I know that drinking is bad for you, and I just didn't, I don't know, I was just worried about my health. Didn't want to do that. And plus, remember, everything changes, you know what I mean? Like, everything changes. You could be comfortable with you being overweight and obese now, and then life moves on, and then it's just an encumbrance. It's an encumbrance. Going upstairs, you're tired. You're walking down a long block, you're tired. It's just uncomfortable. And going on the plane, like, you can't find your sizes of clothes. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. You see, there it is. The high prevalence of overweight and obesity is driven by factors such as poor diet, lack of physical activity, and sometimes age-related, socioeconomic factors. Like, come on. It's not an excuse. There's not an excuse. There's no BS here. It's just you got to be more disciplined. It's as simple as that. Just go do some squats. Run. Race and IQ question. I like this. Which parents' genes does it say have the strongest influence on the IQ of the offspring? Also, which race on average scores lowest on IQ tests? Whose fault? Which parent? I would like to think, wouldn't it be the father? Sperm has a lot of payload, by the way. This is why semen retention is so important, because the semen is very, very powerful. Also, which race on average scores lowest on IQ tests? It's probably us, right? Us black people. Let's find out. Which race scores lowest on IQ tests? I think it's us, right? Dun, dun, dun. No, let me see. What group of people have the lowest IQ? Damn, it's us. It's me. Studies on global intelligence often report the lowest average IQ scores in regions with limited educational resources and extreme poverty, particularly in parts of sub-Saharan Africa. Remember, by the way, I'm 85% sub-Saharan African. And I already told you guys that Somer del Piso is dumb. I told you guys this. I'm really dumb. I really don't know much. But I'm just interested in just exposing myself to life. Whose fault? Well, they're saying here regions with limited educational resources and extreme poverty. So it could be anywhere with people that have those socioeconomic conditions. Hormones, fibroids, age. I'm not comparing anyone. That figure is about the IQ test, relying on stats. I'm telling you, Shauna, I'm telling you, the gym solves everything. Endorphins is one of the best hormones that the lymphatic system could secrete into the bloodstream. I'm telling you, endorphins are the best hormone that can be secreted into the bloodstream. You start to see clearly, especially when you're like, under different conditions. I'm telling you, it's great. He said, hi, hey, isn't there a parent whose genes have a stronger influence on the child IQ? I just said that, Miss Girl Magic. I was saying probably the father, right? Let me look that up. Let me look this up. So it seems like I'm cooked. I told you guys I'm not smart. Let me see. Which parent has the most of effect? The E. You keep saying this over and over. It seems like you know the answer. Can you tell us the answer? Oh, the mother has a greater influence on the IQ of the offspring. Because intelligence genes are linked to the X chromosome, of which women have 2 and men have 1. I suppose, right? Furthermore, studies indicate a maternal IQ is a stronger predictor of the child's cognitive ability. Maternal factors. Look, we're learning a lot. There's not a troll. We opening up this. If this is true, wow. So it's due to the mom that basically gauges the cognitive ability of a child. So if my mom wasn't intelligent, then I'm not going to be intelligent. And that's same with you guys too, with everyone. That's nuts. That's crazy. the sins of the father will be passed down from generation to generation, right? That's like biblical stuff. And a father, of course, they're speaking broadly, like father, mother. So we have a lot of generational trauma to break. That's not even just a fad phrase. Like, this is such a great time if you really want to think about it. White girl magic is not a troll. Maybe she started out as one, because I think she was probably trying to say like African Americans are inferior. Maybe this is just ultimately what he or she is saying. But there's a lot of implications that she's making that she probably doesn't really understand that apply to all races. And which parent does it say genes are highly expressed in the frontal lobe? What? And which parent does it say genes are highly expressed in the frontal lobe? You have to rephrase that question. I don't get it. Which parent does it say genes are highly expressed? I don't get it. You have to rephrase that question. So breaking generational trauma is a real thing. It's really a real thing, guys. It's really a real thing. We can be trapped. That's why you got to go to the gym. That's why you have to power yourselves up. That's why you have to maintain the integrity. That's why you have to maintain the integrity of your brain. That's why you can't drink, because you need yourself to be in an optimal state to transfer your genes to the child. If you are not at an optimal state, your child is going to suffer, and then you're going to perpetuate a whole bunch of underdeveloped children, right? And then the world standards change for IQ, for rules of some sort. Okay, once upon a time in the past, like what's going on with sperm count? That's crazy. Look at what this person brought up. Let me see. Someone said, or just choose your mate wisely. When breeding for smarter, more trainable, and sensible horses, the mare, the mother, is generally considered the most important parent, according to many experienced breeders and equine experts, which are like the hooved animals, queens. I didn't know that. Hey, like, let's say I want to breed smarter doggies, cats, horses, and mice, or other mammals. Which parent's genes does it say are more significant to those smarter animals? The parent. I mean, the mother. That's what they're saying. So you have to make sure that the mother is optimal, right? Is that what you're saying? That's exactly it. We already figured that out. To have a smarter offspring, you need to make sure that the mother is in check. They're not supposed to be having high cortisol levels. They're not supposed to be drinking excessively at the club. They're not supposed to be overweight. They're supposed to be like actively interested in moderating themselves. And so that will be transferred to the offspring. So you can't just reproduce willy-nilly. I knew this though. You can't just reproduce willy-nilly. Love is great, but you got to make sure you're passing down the right genes, or else you're going to have some. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's nuts. Shake my head. Frontal lobe cortex thinking. Frontal lobe. I'm telling you, this is what it is. This is what it is. I'm telling you, this is what it is. Like me, don't get me wrong. I know I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. However, I think I'm smart to a point where I'm able to do self-reflective work. I was able to do that. Self-induced, by the way. And I'm able to sort of entertain objective and subjective thoughts at the same time. Like in regards to like a population. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, how can I phrase this? I have a lot of beliefs. I have a lot of religious beliefs, right? In general, spiritual beliefs. But I could also be very practical and like straight to the point. I don't have to walk around and think that, oh, this is that and this is that and this absolutely that. No. Sometimes I'm able to like look at objectively what's going on and then act accordingly. I think I have a lot of self-control as well. My impulse control is very high. But I was also conditioned too. I think that's due to intelligence. I think but I'm dumb. I'm going to still stick to it. I think I'm not intelligent at all. I just think that I'm able to make very good deductions from what I see and what I learn, what I hear from people. And my pattern recognition skills are very high. to be honest. I remember synchronicities. I could maybe make ideas or come to ideas based on what I've seen weeks ago. She said you already phrased it in your answers. Got to plant your seeds in nutrient-rich soil. Clay might feel good to play with in your hands, but you need that rich soil to grow. I like these guys. This is interesting. This is a very interesting point of view. Which parents' genes are highly expressed in the frontal lobe and frontal cortex, especially in males? Let's look this up. White Girl Magic, don't go anywhere. I like that, Rocky Mountain Bear. He said, or she, gotta plant your seeds, in nutrient-rich soil. Clay might feel good to play with in your hands, but you need that rich soil to grow. That's why you have to stay healthy. This is why you stay healthy. Let's look this up. Which parents, apostrophe S, genes are highly expressed in the frontal lobe, and frontal cortex, right? Is that what you said? Yep. In males. All right, let's check this out. In males, genes from both parents are expressed in the frontal cortex, but with distinct specialized roles, often with a slight edge towards maternal genetic influence in cognitive areas. Maternal genes via the X chromosome, which is more important, apparently, I didn't know this, than we thought, are more highly expressed in regions associated with complex thought, such as the prefrontal cortex, while paternal genes are more active in the limbic system, controlling basic survival behaviors. Crap! Ain't the limbic system responsible for the fight and flight, impulse control? I think White Girl Magic is sort of bringing me to a conclusion, and I'm pretty interested in where this person's trying to bring me. So if your mother is usually preoccupied with a lot of these self-defeating thoughts, right? Or a prevalent view on how to view things in the world, right? Based off their subjective experience and due to a lack of actual self-reflection and an objective look at what's really going on, all of those like mental proclivities gets transferred to the children. And for men, if the males don't know how to control themselves, right? They don't know how to moderate their behavior, their drinking, their smoking. Those limbic system activities are make an imprint, on the offspring too. So if you have bad parents, you just have like some degenerate child. Like, it's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Degeneracy is passed on. Degeneracy is passed on. Wow. The Bible, the sins of the father are passed on to the next and the next generation, the next generation. I didn't study this in school. And here we go. White Girl Magic. And there's a race that scores lowest on IQ tests. Look at race and IQ and race and income graphs. Whose fault? Uh-oh. Habibi, what's going on? Bulgaria was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I had a very good time over there in Bansko, Plovdiv, Sofia. We went to Macedonia. We went to Creo Palanca. Let's check this out. Which race scores the lowest on IQ tests? Oh, let's just do in America. In America. Uh-oh. Shoot. These guys are they're really bringing it to me, man. Research on intelligence test scores in the United States have consistently, or has, because research is a singular word, consistently indicated that on average, Black Americans score lower on IQ tests compared to white Americans and other ethnic groups, with gaps attributed largely to environmental factors. But you can't really say that, can you? Studies have shown that adjusting for socioeconomic factors like poverty and home environment significantly reduces these differences. Studies have shown that on average, Black Americans have lower unadjusted scores on cognitive function tests than white participants. You seen Rubio in Hungary? No, I haven't. Name the coolest thing Africa has built in the last 2,000 years. I don't know. We can Google that. I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. Adverse childhood experiences with is in the bloodline. Shoot. But we're not, listen. Before I fall into despair. I'm not, listen. Bro, there are plenty of clever Black Americans. Yeah, but they're not by no means the majority of their, don't let Google fool you. Which is in the bloodline, yep. Yeah. They came to a good point. Not necessarily the race thing, Habibi, but this white girl magic came up and asked a lot of questions and made me, like, see, I understood this already, but apparently every issue that you are dealing with right now is due to the aggregate sum of the issues of the parents. And it's in your blood. It's in your genetics. But you have to intake, how many do Mensa tests? Mensa tests are the special tests. So you have to like reach a certain level to be able to do those tests. Brother stepping into the world of SYSBM. What's that mean? First of all, sure, this could be true. There's a lot of statistics here. Yes, I understand that. This could be true about Black Americans. But to be honest, I'm not going to say I'm completely different, right? But I don't know. I worry about different things, I feel like. Like, I'm not impoverished by any means. I have 2 jobs. I went to college. My favorite vacation area is outside the United States. We just came from Bulgaria to ski. We're about to go to Kazakhstan. I don't know. My savings is pretty good. My impulse control is pretty high. I don't know. I don't think I share a lot of issues with the impoverished or the less fortunate. And I've done a lot of work on the self. Let's talk about the spiritual stuff. I communicate clearly. I'm not interested in hooking up just for the sake of hooking up. I'm more interested in being a little chaste. And I think that puts me higher than a lot of people, not just dark-skinned people that score low on IQ tests. I think a lot of other ethnic groups that don't believe in this sort of thing. Like, I don't know. I just think I think my cognitive ability is just high to begin with and multi-angular. I don't know. I don't think that's genetic because my parents are not like this. I'm sure that this is the product of something else. And I've done a lot of inner work. I've done a lot of work in general. Like, I like drum and bass. That's like my favorite music genre. I like classical music. I grew up listening to classical music. I got into hip hop late. I like jazz. You know, I don't know. Yeah, she said salvation. You did well. I suppose. Yes, I agree with the DNA Passover. It is proven how well a woman's emotions are while she is pregnant can affect the baby. You just got to choose your mate wisely for your kid's benefit. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Your parents, great-grandparents, the world is a cycle. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff. Thank you for coming in. I thought White Girl Magic, because, you know, a lot of people come in and they like, Black people are inferior. But you brought in a very, very good insight, I think. I'm not going to lie. I appreciate that. Make sure you share the knowledge with other brothers. I don't know. A lot of people don't want to really hear this. You know what I mean? There is a parent whose genes have a stronger influence on the child's IQ, and there's a race that score the lowest. All right, you can't say this all the time. I got it. We got it. The mother has the most influence on the child's IQ. And apparently black people score the lowest. We understood this, black Americans. I know a lot of black men who talk this. That's cool. I mean, like I just don't, I just sort of worry about how I could improve myself. I couldn't care less about a lot of these statistics. It's interesting because it gives me a lot of insight on a lot of things. You cannot just reproduce with any old woman. I am telling you. Scroll up. I shared the coolest thing I recently seen in African Achievement. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Nope, I can't see it. Shauna, they probably, if you, I don't know, if it's too much, too many characters, then it's probably canceled. It probably was blocked. You have to break it up. You got it, Godspeed. I think I'm gonna be all right. This is a very, very interesting, daunting statistics, but I think I'm gonna be okay. I like this. I think that, I like this. This is interesting. I've always been disciplined to a fault. You know, I've always like controlled what I eat, what I spend, what I do. That's why I get very passionate about the obese and overweight thing. What's going on, Hanny? Hello. That's why I get very passionate about the overweight obese thing. And I'm not gonna lie, I think a lot of the things that happened to me last year was a result of trying to put me even in a much more narrow path too. A lot of things wouldn't have happened if the events in life didn't go as they were supposed to. Let's call it what it is. I think I'm always gonna be fine though. What type of men do you like? I don't date men, heterosexual. But I think I'm always gonna be fine. I just gotta sort of stay disciplined. That's what I've been doing. Like I don't watch adult film content. I'm not overweight nor obese. I read. I go to the gym. I pay my bills on time. You know what I'm saying? Like what normal people are supposed to do. So I think I'm good. Who cares about these stats, man? I think I'm good. You guys got to worry about that. Let's do it. Maybe we could do an IQ test. We can find out how high is my IQ. Free online IQ test. We're going to find out, guys. Why does it keep switching from Rosie? I don't know. Okay, so guys, we're gonna find out how high Somer Del Piso's IQ is. I hope we're ready to go. Okay, you will get 25 questions with growing difficulty. Select the right answer out of the 6 options. You can skip the question and come back later. Okay, today's average IQ score is 117. All right, guys, please wish me luck, man. I'm gonna be a male. I like to solve complex problems. Strongly agree, sure. You pass the person in 3rd place. Where are you in? 3rd place, obviously. How many months have at least 28 days? 1. Oh, at least 28 days. 12. If 2x equals 100, then x equals, what is that? 250. It's 50, right? Yep. How many corners does a cube have? 2, 3. That's 8. I prefer learning through hands-on experience. Yes. What number comes next in the battle? 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, right? What number is missing? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. A cat is to a kitten as a dog is to a puppy. Book is to reading as fork is to eat. I quickly recognize patterns and sequences. Yes, I do. You're doing faster than 93% of all test participants. Nice. Choose your answer. This got to be this. This got to be this, right? This got to be, there's a dot in there. Where's the dot? You little rascal. Okay, this is smaller over here, so that has to be this. I don't know. This one's difficult. Okay, this is. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. So 1, 2, 3. Let's just do this. I don't care. Okay, squiggly. Maybe it's this. Okay, second, first, maybe? So it's 5. It's a black dot. It's first. So it's this one. I don't know. Maybe this one. And this one. Let's see. And this bird is this one. But it has to be 3-line bird. So it's this one. And then this one. Yes. Your IQ score is yet higher than 87% of the United States. No, I don't know what that means. All right, let's see. African people are very smart. I'm pretty dumb though. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm still doing the IQ test. Okay, that has to be a black cloud raining. That's easy. This obviously. Wait, this is confusing. Let's just do this, I guess. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 7, 6, 2, 3. Was that 5, 9? Has to be more. Maybe this. Okay, you see, like this is now it's getting difficult. This is wild. I have a lot of questions. Guys, wait, I'm gonna scroll up. Don't worry. I'm gonna scroll up in a little bit. Give me 1 second. 3. This is hard. What is this? But it's symmetrical, so this should be fine. This one. Boop. Oh, it has to be the middle, so this one. That's hard. How do you even solve this one? Maybe it's going to be a much more crazy lattice. Oh, yeah, good. So it has to be, does it start off when it cuts to the next one? Yeah, it's one-sided. So I got to be this one. Let's start from the top. Let's do this one. Okay, 4, 3, 2. 5, 4, 3. 6, 5, 4. Where's 4? Okay, the 4 got to be 2, 4, 6, 4, 6, 8, 6, 8, 10, right? Give me numbers. Like numbers, I'm so much better with numbers. They're giving me shapes now, guys, which is why I'm taking a long time to do this. Okay, I don't know. I have no idea. But it's the same. Okay, not too bad. Maybe we could do, we're just gonna do this, screw it. Top 4% in logic so far. Let's find this out. Okay, That's easy. I think it's this one. Okay, diamond, heart, spade, diamond, heart, spade, diamond, heart, but it's black. This one's easy. 3, 7, 4, 2, 8, 6, 5, 9, wait. This is hard. 3, 2, shoot, this is hard. 3, 7, 4, 2, 8, 6, 5, 9. Would it be 7? No. 7 was 4. It's like 3 from. Would it be 5? Would it be 6? No, it'll be 5. But I think all those numbers are even. We'll just try 5. Screw it. Okay, there's got to be this one. Yes. You're almost there. 5 questions left. Okay, good. This is easy. I think it's this. Yep, that's it. I believe intelligence develops through continuous effort. Of course, I reflect on how I perform compared to others. Neutral. What is your age? I am 30 to 44. What is your education level? Bachelor's degree. Get my results. Whose intelligence inspires you the most? He said Elvis Presley and Marilyn Monroe is on the list. Albert Einstein. All right, guys, we're about to find out. What is Somer Del Piso's IQ score? We're about to figure this out. You like solving puzzles? Yes. Yo, let's see, guys. Science says intelligence is inherited from the mother. Pattern recognition. Numbers are words, but I like words too. I like words a lot, but I think I do better with numbers. Okay. Allow. Can I see my results? Oh, I gotta send. What the heck? Oh, they scammed me. I gotta pay $1 to get my IQ score. That's crazy. Oh, come on. Why would they have you do the test and then you gotta pay for it? Maybe he needs to study for the IQ test. I feel like paying for the test. Where's my wallet? She said typos. This is crazy. You know what? Screw it. Let me just pay. I'm very curious. I really want to know. Oh, I paid 50 cents. Oh, that's nice. Let's do it. I'll pay 50 cents. It's fine. He said, what's your bachelor's degree? I have it in business administration. Hold on. Let me get my wallet. Yo, that's crazy. Where's my wallet? So, guys, what is a high IQ? Someone said don't pay. I don't mind. I really don't mind. It's like everything is secure. And worst case scenario, anything that's illegitimate, I'll just have the bank challenge it. They don't answer because they're running away. Then I get my money back anyway. Somewhere else, pizza wins. Okay, we're gonna do this. Let's see. Yes, this one. Thank you. Marilyn Monroe, very intelligent. She read loads of books. Psych? No way. Really? Okay, thank you. Phone number. I'm not gonna tell you guys. Okay, can I get my results, please? Don't put your information out there. Everything is encrypted. Seriously, like everything is super encrypted. I'm seeing the lock everywhere. I don't mind. Dog eat dog. Everybody for themselves mentality. Okay. Okay. I'm just very curious. Whoa! My IQ, oh no, that might be low, right? My IQ is 130. You are above average. That can't, 130 is low, right? What is low IQ? What is considered low IQ? Okay, well, I'm not low IQ. A low IQ, okay, it's between 70 to 75, which is roughly 2 standard deviations below the average score of 100. Okay. The average IQ is defined as 100. Wow. Hey, so, Sombra del Piso is ready to go. Wait. Is 130 IQ good? Let's find out. Let's go! Sombra del Piso ready to go. An IQ 130 is considered very good, placing an individual in the top 2% of the population. Y'all have to respect me. Generally classified as gifted or highly gifted. This score indicates superior cognitive abilities with 97% to 98% of people scoring lowered. It is the threshold for joining Mensa. Yo, I'm ready to go. No, wait, hold on. We got to save this. Where's my phone? Yo, we're 130 IQ. Let's go. We ready to go. We 130 on the dot. That's nuts. Wow, that's crazy. You have strong working memory. Your visual processing is high. Fluid reason. This is one of your cognitive superpowers. Your fluid reasoning is exceptional. You excel at solving novel problems, identifying hidden patterns, and thinking adaptively in unfamiliar situations. This is crazy. Wow, we ready to go. We are smarter than 333.3 million people. In a room of 100 people, you'd rank in the top 2. You are smart. Yo, I knew it. Now we got to use this. Hold on. Can it be because you paid for the test? No. I did the, they asked for 50 cents. Who cares? I did the test. I did a whole test. I did 41 questions. Wow. What? I got, let's see. All right. Oh, now I can see. Hold on. Let's see. Wow. What question was that? I knew it. This is annoying. Let me see. That question. Yeah, how am I supposed to? You see? Yeah, it's all the questions that I got wrong were the pictures. What was the correct answer? It was 4. That's crazy. I thought so. What did I get on this one? What? Come on. That's crazy. Are you unemployed? No, I have 2 jobs. So, okay, so we have to utilize, so your paid test goes against the stats you read before. They're saying, first of all, the average black American. We already knew I wasn't average. I already knew that. I didn't need some statistics to tell me that. We're not, first of all, we're not an average individual. We know that. That wasn't the question. Because if I was average, I'll be overweight. I'd probably be slow in processing, and I'd probably be a little more sensitive. We knew this. Our idea of a vacation, first of all, the average person, they want to go vacation in London, in Spain. Where we want to go for vacation is Kazakhstan. Like, no, people are normally not thinking like this anyway. So let's just call it what it is. I already knew this was the case. 130 IQ. Yeah, we ready to go. I already knew it. I knew it. I knew I was thinking. Now we just got to put pen to paper. He said, dude, you are clowning. Definitely not. I already knew it. I knew it. Someone said, do you miss your ancestors' home Africa, boy? Well, how much is your IQ? Nah, I might have higher IQ than you. Most likely I have higher IQ than you. That's my new flex now. We 130 IQ, baby. 130. Dude is Black Lightning. I'm not Einstein. I don't want to be one of those guys. This is why, you see, like on YouTube, if I was low IQ, Colombia would be a wonderful vacation spot because you can just have sex and you can pay for sex, and then you don't have to think about ascension. You don't have to think about semen retention. You don't have to think about your weight. You don't have to think about reading, any of that kind of stuff. But you see, I leveled up through Colombia because I realized Latin America cannot bring me what I want. He said, why the F would anyone want to be like Juice? I don't get it. Well, he's just talking. Yeah, we got to go. You got to go. You're just talking. I should have called him after he said, are you unemployed? So she's trying to make a general statement on race, which is interesting. So Sombrero Piso has 130 IQ. Okay. What what can an individual accomplish with 130 IQ? You know what I mean? Let's figure it out. Okay, let's see. Google says an individual with an IQ of 130, generally considered in the gifted. We knew this. Or the top 2% range, possesses superior pattern recognition. I knew it too. I'm telling you. When people switch, I'm just like, okay, we have to act accordingly. Rapid learning abilities and strong abstract reasoning, enabling them to excel in complex, high-level professions. They can achieve advanced degrees. Okay, we just have a bachelor's degree, so we didn't really utilize our 130 IQ capabilities. Master intricate systems and solve complex problems. High-level career paths. Individuals often thrive in intellectually demanding roles, including engineering, medicine, specialized research, law. Okay, I haven't done that because I'm not pushing myself. That test got you hyped. You got your money's worth. 50 cents. I'm telling you, you have to see the results. They can learn and master new, complex, or abstract tasks much faster than the average population, making them highly effective in specialized fields. They excel at seeing the bigger picture, understanding causal relationships, pattern recognition essentially, and identifying patterns that others might miss. Okay, an IQ of 130 is generally higher than the average IQ of a PhD holder, indicating a high capacity for academic, technical, and theoretical achievement. Yeah, we ready to go. You see, while 130 IQ provides a strong foundation, success is not guaranteed. It must be coupled with conscientiousness, drive, and emotional intelligence. That's absolutely correct. Okay, so we ready to go. We top 2%. So what are we doing? What are we doing, really? What are we doing? We gifted. Thank you. That was funny. Good night. Good night, Miss Shauna. Hopefully we could stop making excuses for ourselves and get to the gym. Not being insulting, but I'm just saying, seriously, well, it's not anyone else's fault that most of the time people are overweight. It's usually due to lack of discipline. Okay, so how else? Okay, so you guys are saying that maybe that test was faulty just because I paid for it. Um, are IQ tests accurate? Let's do that. Okay, yes they are. Yes they are. They don't provide a huge, the full picture for human intelligence, but it's accurate for the most part. Yeah, 170. No, no, we're definitely not 170. Okay, let's. Okay, so they're saying that the IQ test. Okay, let's see. Where can I find a reliable IQ test? Mensa. Okay. Oh, we already did this. So we took that test. We already took it. And we ready to go. We 130. That was the first link that came up. Okay, this is good. Riot IQ. Can we try it free? Okay, we're gonna try this. This is fun. Um, mm, 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 mm. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's just throw this out. Okay. Who's still here? Real IQ tests take 1 to 2 hours. Okay. Got it. Got it. All right. Anyway, I don't know. We're gonna go with Sombra del Piso has 130 IQ. I think that's a bit more reasonable. You know what I mean? 130 IQ, man. 130 IQ. We knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Let's ask ChatGPT. Maybe they have a much more accurate. Okay, we don't. Oops. ChatGPT. Where can I take a legitimate IQ test in New York City? I'm gonna figure this out. Uh-oh. This is interesting. So I have to go to a place in Manhattan. It offers WAISIV IQ testing and full cognitive evaluations. So good if you want a serious adult IQ assessment. All right, let's check this out. Maybe we can sign up for it. Wow. Verbal comprehension, perceptual reasoning, working memory, processing speed. All right, hold on. Can we schedule this, guys? We're about to book a test. I'm not a client. All right, let's go to a dude. All right, Daniel Rich. Let's check this guy out. You got to request an appointment. Okay, hold on. I gotta see my schedule. I do have the tax appointment. This is crazy. Let's try this out. We're gonna try to find out how smart we really are. We're gonna do an IQ test. We're gonna go do an IQ test. Hold on, guys. I'll be back. This is cool. Okay. Where is everyone at? Everyone just disappeared. Hmm. 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 9 o'clock is early. Let me go all the way back so I can make sure what the heck it is that I'm signing up for. So we're gonna take, okay. This is gonna be interesting. We're gonna get a WAISIV report. So it generates a full-scale IQ score that reflects overall cognitive functioning, but it also breaks down, oops. It also breaks down individual cognitive domains, offering a deeper understanding of specific strengths and areas of difficulty. Okay. Supporting mental health and emotional well-being. It's gonna be cool. Okay. So I'll know. I'll get a full report in a month. What? Pricing for this costs $1,500. Oh my gosh. Ay ay ay. That's nuts. We had to quit that. $1,500? That's a trip to Kazakhstan. Hmm. Okay, maybe we could find. Hmm. Hmm. Nah, $1,500 is a lot of money. Okay. Who's still online? I have like 3 people here, but I'm about to skedaddle if you guys are not gonna chat. Hmm. $1,500 is nuts. That price is crazy. All right. Anyway, let me get out of here. I think you guys got very, very silent recently, and I'm just going to relax. I have a double shift tomorrow, and I think I could do. I can get some personal things done. Anyway, it was nice chatting with you guys as long as I did. We did 2 hours. He said, "What's your title about? What is the title? Faith is the what was the? I forget. Hold on. Let me look at my email. I could explain it to you. So I usually have profound meanings behind this stuff. Crap. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Faith in the unknown. Okay. Thank you for coming. Recently, a lot of crazy things happen. And I realized that I have this proclivity to try to constantly control the outcome of events. even when I literally have no way to control the outcome. I'm always preoccupied with these thoughts of like, if I have to, let me try to think positive, and so I can try to brace myself from the negative that can and most likely will happen from this experience. And that's not a very healthy way to look at things, because you have this preset Murphy's law in your mindset. It's like whatever can go wrong will go wrong, and that's not true. That's just not true at all. I don't believe in it. And so the title is basically an indication of my new mindset. Like, it's just whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen. Screw it. I'm just gonna go into the unknown, and whatever is meant to happen to me, it's meant to happen to me. If we're meant to, come together again, when it comes to a significant other or anyone else, then we'll come together again. If not, then it's not, and I'll just move on. So, faith in the unknown, man. I'm not bracing myself for a possible negative thing, because if you prepare for the negative, it will happen. Yeah, man. This is what I'm on currently. So I've surrendered now, and it's crazy because I've always had this. I always done this. I'm always thinking negative, and I'm not negative, but I've just, I've looked at a lot of patterns in my life of just how I dealt with things. And I've realized that, I haven't had, listen, I guess I've been blessed in a lot more ways than one. But I never really got what I wanted, or no one's really fought to meet me where I'm at or reciprocated, like in terms of an intimate relationship and even interpersonal relationship. People switch all the time. So I'm always on guard, but I don't need to do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not healthy. And exceptional pattern recognition of the consistent things that happened in your life, in your past, is not an indication of what could happen in the future. It's a lot of different variables that can come into play. There's a lot of different things. So it's good to keep yourself open and just keep going. What will be, right? That's Willie Colon said that, right? Que será? Yeah. That's Willie Colon. Que será, será. So we open, man. Faith in the unknown. Whatever happens, happens. If we don't make it, we don't make it. If we make it, then we make it. And that's a win as well. I feel like my sparkling water is just disappearing. So that's what it is. Hopefully you could you got some sort of benefit from my explanation there. Caleb is old. Flex. Weirdo. So. Like and sub for having a good mindset. Thank you. Thanks, man. Look at the rest of my videos. You monarchical Trinitarian. Yeah, man. I don't know. That's what I've been thinking. Because I've always tried to, for the past year up to now, I feel like I've just been learning some of the gravest lessons I've ever learned in my life. It's like the more control you have over yourself, the more events in your life that will change. I don't know, man. I just want to say this guy's cool as hell, and I consider him a brother. Thank you, Uno Jesus. Took a long time to get this mindset, and we're just getting better. We're leveling up. We are leveling up. I don't know, man. Hmm. I don't know, man. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking now. Anyway, it was good conversing with you guys while I did. Let us depart for now, and we'll talk another day. We will talk another day. Guys, I love you all. Stay radiant. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Or the next video, next live stream. Next video is coming out tomorrow, by the way. It's an odd number. Enjoy the rest of your day. Sure. Peace, man. Yeah.